Welcome back, friends. This is a last second part of our MAN JWT auth, and this is a part second backend and front end connection. And this that is the last part of the connection. And today we will complete all the connection of our backend with front end. As in the previous video, we did like we have connected the registered user here, means user can register, but there was a one problem that we was getting that we were getting. So when I'm going to register any user, so first of all let me open developer tools, close this. Let's add here anything, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and let's click on register. So this email is not registered here, and see that what we will be getting. Let's wait for that. Yeah, so we are getting this error. So see that here we are getting registered successfully, error in sending verification email. So there is no error in sending the verification email. So this can be because of this error. So see that what we are getting self-signed certificate is error is there for the self-signed certificate. Now to resolve this error, what we will do? So to resolve this error, so first of all, let's go this to the home page, to the server page, and here go to the config and then send email. So here I'm using this email Ethereal. So this one I have already logged into the Ethereal, so it should be this one. So let it be here, ANIAS. So I'm refreshing this also, and this is our MongoDB, and I'm reloading this also. So this I was checking previously, so why there was not sending of any email here. So I have resolved this error, so that I am telling you now how to resolve this error now. So here, let's go here, and here we are not getting an email. So one thing we just want to add, so that is this one, TLS. So we have to add the TLS here, and because it is because our certificate is not good, so that's why it is rejecting the unauthorized. So here we are writing like TLS reject unauthorized, that is false. So means now it will not generate that type of error here. Just save this, and now we will be able to send emails also here. So it is starting the server. So till then, let's go here to our MongoDB database. So here let's delete this one. Actually my is today working little slow. So let's delete this and delete this. So it is deleting the document here, and it uh, deleted the document successfully. Now let's go here again, and let's see if our server is started or not. Yes, our server is started successfully here. And let me close this, clear our console here, and now let's click on register again. Let's see now what we are getting here. So I have clicked on register here, so now we should not get any error. See that here we are getting success to registered successfully. So this means that our user is registered successfully here, and when I will refresh this, so we should see the changes here. So see that here we have email that we don't have any email verification token here because we are not using this email verification token. Then verify is equals to false here. So now here when I will go to the Ethereal email and here let me refresh. So we should get one email here. So see that here we are getting one email that is for the verify email. Let's click on that. And here when I will go to the plain text, so here see that what is the API here, so link here, so link is linked to the API, but we don't want, so because we did this to check that if it is actually verifying that or not. So now we don't want this, so we want to connect user to our front end. So for that we are going not going to use localhost 5000 here. So here we are going to use localhost 3000 as when we will go to the client side here. So at the client side when we will go to the app.js. So in the app.js see that we are having verify email here. So we will redirect user to this one. So first of all let's go to this link and let's click here. And here from here we should get success, you are verified successfully. And now when we are going to database here and when I will refresh this, so we should get here that user is verified. So see that here we are getting user is verified here, but we are now going to work for the verify email here. So verify email, so we are going to work for this. So this means that we have to do some changes here. So let's first of all go with the verification of email, and then we will go for the user login and then forgot password and then reset password, then our work will be done. So now let's start working on that. So we are at the server here. So now in the server, first of all we have to change the link here, and first of all we have to change link for the send verification email, and then for the forgot password that we will do when we are going to do for the forgot password, that we will do in this video only. So let's go to the controllers here and let's go to the email controller. So I think this here will be the link here. So this is actually verify email controller here. So we will go to the auth controller. So in the auth controller we have to go for the register controller, and here we have to change the link. So it will be 3000 and simply slash verify email. So let's verify it. So it is verify email slash verify email. I'm going to copy this and paste it here again. So see that here it is verify email here. So just save this. So now we have done this successfully here. So now let's move forward to our client section and let's go to the verify email. So here first of all we are going to verify the email here. So now let's go to the verify email page. So we will go to the pages and we will go to the verify email page, and under this verify email page, so first of all here we are going to use effect here. So here I have imported use effect already. So now let's use this use effect here. So here I'm going to use use effect. So here if only token is present, so if token is present here, then only we are going to send the request, otherwise we are not going to send the request here. So let's import Axios from Axios here, and here we have created these states here, so we are going to use these states only. So here will be axios.post, uh, axios.post. so let's check here, so if there is post request or not. So here first of all we have to verify the token here. So for that there is a verify token controller, and let's see, let's go to the server here. So in the server, that is /API/email, then here will be the APIs. So let's go to the APIs. So first is email API is there, so that is to the verify email. And so when we are going to go for the verify email here, as we are verifying the email only, so we are going to the verify email only. So now let's go to the email controller, and here is verify email controller. So just we have to add the token here. So token we are going to pass as a query here. So now let's go forward and to the front end, and first of all let's see if it is get request or not. To the email API, it is get request, so we are going to send the get request here. So let's send that. So axios.get, and that is to the http localhost. Sorry, we don't need this. So we don't need this http//localhost. So I'm going to delete this. So we just need /API/email/verify. So /verify will be there, and now we have to pass the query here. So query we will pass token. So token will be like this, that is token. Then so we will get the response here, otherwise we will get the error here. So console.log error.response, otherwise we are going to console.log response, and we are going to set verify to true here. Just save this, and now let's wait for its compilation, and then we will start testing it. So our server is restarted here, and see that here we are getting verified as false here, and I have already registered the user, and here we are getting the email here. So let's go to the Ethereal email, and here we have the email now. So let's click on the verify email, and let's click here and right click and open in new tab. So see that our Mount JWT auth is coming, and see that we have the route localhost 3000/verify email, and this one is token is there. See that we are getting verifying please wait, and now we are getting you are verified successfully. And now let's see that if this is actually working or not. So when I'm going to refresh this, so here we are getting here this one, that is verified true. So this means that our user is verified successfully, and we have done successfully verifying email. And then now let's move forward to log in the user. So now let's go ahead and let's go to the login.js, and here we have implemented everything here. See that we have implemented in the previous video, we did like that axios.pod/. So we are getting if the user is logged in or not. So let's test this actually if this is working or not. So let's go to the login here. So here let's go to the login, and we are under the login here, and let me open developer tools here. So here let's write my this email and password is 1234567 8 and click on login and see that we are getting you are logged in successfully. This means that this password everything is working correctly. But here we should get a response also. So let's console log our response. So for that let's go here and here we are just alerting this and just console log our response dot data here. Save this. So actually this is compiling. So as it is compiling here, so it will take little time for the compilation. So here let me use any wrong password here and let's click on login. So this should bring us an error here. So see that we are having the error that is invalid email or password. So this error is very good. Now let's wait for its compilation here. So our app is compiled successfully here. Now we can log in the user again. So let's click on login and we are getting you are logged in successfully and here we are getting this object here. First we are getting message that is you are logged in successfully and here we are getting the token here. So we are getting the token. So let's see what is under this token here. So in the auth controller, when we are going to the auth controller, login controller. So when we are going to deactivate this token here, so means decode this token here. So we will be getting this email. So we are getting the email here. Okay, this is for the verification link login controller. Actually this was a forgot password and here we will be getting the user email and we will be getting the user ID here. So here we have to do one thing. So we have to create one more route here to get the user. So we have to create more one route here. So let's go forward here. Yeah, now it is working perfectly. So so now let's get the user here. So to get the user what we can do, so we can do one thing like we can pass the more data in this login controller here. So like whenever the token will be generated we can pass the username also. So let's pass the username. So here we are going to pass name, that is old user dot name here. So let's go to the model here. So in the models in the user, so we are having the name, email and verified. So we have to do these three things. Email we have done and then here we will write verified and that we will pass verified. That will be old user dot verify. Just save this and let's wait for its compilation. So our server is restarting and it is starting. Let's wait for it. So our server is started here. So now let's click on login again, and you are logged in successfully, and see that here what we are getting. So we are getting the token only. So actually we are getting the token only. Yeah, we are getting the token only. So that's great. We are getting the token only. Now we can decode the token and we will get this data from the token here. So now let's do that, and let's first of all decode the token. So to decode the token, we will be using JWT decode. So let's go to the package.json and let's see if we have installed this or not. So we have not installed it. So let's I think in the server we have installed it. So in the server we also don't have we haven't installed it here. So let's go to its documentation. So first of all, let's go to its documentation. So that will be JWT decode npm, and this one is there, JWT decode npm. So let's wait for it. It is loading. So see that we will install like this JWT decode, and here we are going to decode the token. So we don't need headers here, so I'm not going to use this header. So we are just going to decode the token here. So let's install this yarn add JWT decode. So here I'm going to open new terminal. So I'm going to open new terminal here. So in the F directory, so we are under the client section here. So see that this is same. So we are under the client section, and here we are going to use yarn add JWT decode. So this will install this dependency for us. So it is installing this. Let's wait. So this one is installed successfully here. So now let's go here and import the JWT decode. So copy this, and we have to go to the client side, and at the client side, first of all we will get the token here. So that will be a token response dot data dot token here. So here first of all I'm going to add this token to our local storage. So I'm going to use local storage dot, so it will be local storage dot set item. So it will be token. So it will be like man auth token. So man not token will be there, and I'm going to stringify this json dot stringify this token here. And now let's decode this token. So decoded token. So here first of all let's import JWT decode. So we are going to use JWT decode only. So JWT decode, here will be our token here. Save this and let's console.log over this token. Save this. So let's go here and let's go here. I think it is compiling here. So it is compiling, so it will take little time for the compilation. So it is compiled successfully here. So now let's log in it again. So let's log in the user. So I'm going to click on login. Now we should get you are logged in successfully. But we are not getting any console. Yeah, we are getting the console also. So but actually I think I have console the token only. Oh, we have to console the decode the token. Yeah, this one we have to do. So it is compiled. Now let's log in again. You are logged in successfully, and see that we are getting email, expiry date also. So expiry date is, yeah, expiry date is, I think it is of 1 hour only, and then name and then verified. So this thing we are getting here. So we are going to add this to our user only. So now let's do this. So let's go here, and here I think we don't have any user here. So we don't have any user. So let's go to the app.js, and here see that we have created here like set user is logged in or not. So here I'm going to do like this. So let's go to the login. So here I'm going to pass set user. So set user will be like user here, set user, and then we are going to pass is logged in, set is logged in to set is logged in. So now just save this, and now let's go to the login. Here set user and set is logged in we have to add. So I'm going to copy this, and let's go to the login.js. Here let's extract this from the props. Here we have this set user and set is logged in. So if the user is logged in, we are going to write here set user, that will be the decoded token, and here will be the set is logged in will be true here. So here we don't need any this console log, so I'm going to remove this console log here, and we are going to deal with alerts only. So this is done successfully. Now let's just save it. So here this is one or token here. So now here we will check if this is right here. I mean like if the token is verified or not. So first of all, let's see some changes here. So let's see some changes. So first of all, we will do that also, verify that thing we will do that also. So first of all, let's just log in the user, and you are logged in successfully, and here we don't have any console logs. So now when I will move to this one, that is localhost 3000, so we are not getting anything. So we are not getting, see that our token is also present here. So when I will move to the application, here, and see that here we are getting only login and register, but we should not get this. So we should get this like our user is logged in, because we have token present in our local storage. See that this one auth token here. So now let's move forward and let's handle this. So to handle so here I am under app.js. So here we need to import JWT decode. So JWT decode from JWT decode. So I have imported this, JWT decode here. So let's move this up. So here, first of all, we are going to use effect here. So use effect. So we have the use effect here, and now here we will first of all check if the token is present or not. So here I'm going to get the token. So token is equals to JWT local storage. So local storage dot get item. So we are going to get the item. So item is this, that is mon auth token, and then we are going to parse it, json.parse. So we are going to parse it because we have stringified it here. So see that here we have stringified it. See that stringified. So we have to pass the token, and then we are going to decode this token. Same thing, JWT decode, and then token here. So we will decode the token only if the token is present. So if there is not any token, so this means that our user is not logged in. So here we are going to write set user is equals to null. So set user will null here. So here I'm going to write null, and our is logged in. So is logged in will be false. So as this is by default, so I'm not going to handle this. So just remove this. So here we will check if token is present only. So if the token is present, then we are going to write decode this token, and this here from this decoded token we will get. So see that what was here in the decoded token. So I think we have to log in the user again. So let's log in the user again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and log in this. You are logged in successfully, and our token will also be changed. So our token will also be changed here, and here we are not getting, actually we are not getting any console log, so we have to do this here only. So I'm going to console.log our decoded token here. So just save this, and now I'm just going to home page. So because our user is already logged in here, so I'm going to close this application, and let's wait for the application to be reloaded. So here we are getting one error. So use effect is not present here. So here we have to import the use effect also. So let's import this use effect and save this. Now we should not get any error. So it is compiling. So it is compiled successfully here. So now see that when it is reloaded, and here we are getting token is present here, and we are getting expiry, and we are getting I80 also. So we are getting I80 and we are getting expiry also. So we will take the expiry here. So first of all, let's take the expiry. So let's take the expiry here. So here we will check if the token is expired or not. So if decoder token.exp is, so when our this will be multiplied by 1000 and it will be less than date or now, so then we will log out this user here. So set user will be null. So set user will be null here, and then set is logged in. set is logged in will be false. So if this token is not expired, then we are going to set user. So set user. So we will set user to the decoder token. Otherwise, we are going and then we are going to set is logged into true here. So it will be true. Just save this and let's wait for its compilation. So it will take little time for the compilation. And we will see the changes here. So it is compiled successfully here. Now we should see the changes and see that here when I'm going to refresh this, so here we are getting here this one. So this means that our user is logged in. So when I'm going to open the settings here and see that here this one we are getting. So this means that our user is logged in. Now we are going to handle the logout button and then we will move to the forgot password and reset password here. So that will be very easy to do. So let's go for the logout first. So now let's move here. So first of all, for the navigation bar, we have to also send these things here, that is set user and set is logged in. So I'm going to copy this and let's send this here. So otherwise, so let's create here only like logout user, and here I'm going to write set user to null, and then set is logged into false here. So set is logged into false, and then we are going to use navigate here. So here let's import use navigate and const navigate is equals to use navigate, and we are going to navigate this to login. And this same thing we are going to do here, copy this, and here also we will navigate to the login here. So just save this, and now logout user, we will pass this to the home here. Yeah, to the home we will pass. So let's pass this to the home. So we are now here. So let's go to the home here, and to the home we will pass this to the navbar and just save this. And now let's go to the navbar here and let's fetch this, that is logout user, and let's go here at the bottom, and here we will go for the logout here. So this is login register. So here we are having the logout, so that is settings here. So this one, see that settings is here, and here key is equals to setting, and we are getting this setting also. So here we will check it is handle close nav menu. So it is handle close nav menu, and we should get one more settings dot map here. So here I'm going to write if settings.map is there. So I'm going to write if here on click is there, and let's write this. So if setting is equals to so if setting is equals to logout, then we are going to write here logout user. So as we are having here logout here, I'm going to copy this, and here is logout. So let's find this settings. One. So open to this three. So these three things only we have. So let's save this now, and let's wait for the compilation. So now it is compiled successfully, and also we have to do one thing in here. So here we have to remove the token also. So here I'm going to write this, copy this, and here we will remove the token also. So here will be localhost storage, here will be remove item. So remove item, so we will remove the token as well as. So it is compiled successfully here. So let's go here and let me refresh it again. So our token, let's see if token is present and it is not expired. Yeah, token is there. And now when I will go here and click on logout, so when I'm going to click on logout, see that we are here at login here. So we are here at login here. So this means that our this logout thing is working successfully. And see that here we are getting login and register. So this means that token is not present here. And let's write this again, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and press enter here. So we are logged in successfully. And now let's move here to the home page. And see that here the user is logged in successfully here. So now let's move forward and let's go for the forgot password. So we will go for the forgot password here, and then we will go for the reset password. So now these two things are pending, and that we will do in 10 minutes. So our user is logged out successfully here. So let me do this here again, and we will now do for the forgot password here. And so first of all, let's see what are our routes for the forgot password. So see that we are having the route that is reset password. So we are having the route reset password. So this will be reset password will be same like verify email and this one. So here let's move forward and let's go here and let's go to the send email, and we don't have to go to the send email here. So here we will go to the auth controller, and here is the forgot password controller. So here we have to change the link, so that will be to the localhost 3000, and it will be only /reset password. So /reset password will be there. So let me confirm it again. So it is reset small p. So small p is there, reset password, and we need also token here. So just save this, and now let's see. So it is compiling here. So now let's go to the first of all, let's see what is the route here. So that is the forgot password, and let's go to the auth API, and it is the route of forgot password here, auth/forgot password, and we have also a verify token. So this we will do for the reset password. So these two routes we will do, we will work with these routes these APIs in the reset password, and this only we need for the forgot password. So copy this and let's go here, and now let's go to the forgot password. And in the forgot password we will first of all import the Axios. So I'm going to import Axios from Axios, and here email is there. So if not email, here we have to use handle submit prevent default. So here if email is not present, so if there is not email, we will simply alert window dot alert email not present. So we will simply do this, and then we will simply return here. So return this, else we will be using Axios here. So Axios dot get slash it will be http localhost 5000 slash API slash auth slash forgot password. So forgot password will be there, and then we have to send things here. So let's see what we have to send. So we will go to the auth controller, forgot password controller. We need to send the email in the body here. So let's send that. So for that, here we are going to send the email only dot then if there is the response, so we are going to console log our response data catch error. So console.log our error response, and we are going to window.alert error.response.message. So now just save this and let's wait for its compilation. So this server is compiled successfully, and let's wait for the compilation of the client. So here this client side is also compiled successfully here. So now let's move forward here, and when I will click on the forgot password, now we should get the alert, that is please fill out this field. So see that here we are getting, and let's see if there is error handling here. So see that here error handling is done. So when I will pass any wrong email, so like this, like I am passing this one, and click on forgot password. So see that here at the rate email, this will also handle this. So when I will pass like g.com, so I'm passing this g.com. So because g.com is not present here, and okay, sorry, I have not handled this form here. So copy this, and here I'm going to write on submit it will be handle submit. Just save this and let's wait for its compilation. So it will compile within a minute. So it is compiled successfully. Now let's move here again. I'm going to close this, and here I'm going to write rs@g.com, so which is not present, and let's click on forgot password. So see that here we are getting the error. So get request. So get request 404 is there. So actually 404 is there for the get request. So let's see again for the get request here. Let's see again if this request is right or not. So here that is for the auth API. For the auth API, there is a post request. So there is not any get request. Actually, there is a post request here. So here I'm going to write post. Just save this and let's wait for the compilation. So it is compiled successfully here. Now we can click on forgot password and see that here we are getting again post request is failed. So let me refresh it again. So HTTP localhost 5000 API auth and forgot password. So this post request is good. Forgot password. So let's remove this error. So here will be only let's remove this. Here just we are going to see error dot response only. Click on forgot password. So here we are getting undefined here. So error dot response is undefined, and let's see what error we are getting. So here we are not getting any error. So why we are getting this error here? We are sending the email also. That is slash forgot password slash let's go to the server.js here slash API slash auth, and then when we will go to the email API, so it is just verify here, and here in the auth there is slash forgot password. So this is right one. So let's just console log the error only. Now click on forgot password, and here we are getting the network error. So this means that our yeah. So see that here we are getting one error, that is access to as XML HTTP request at this from origin has been blocked. So why we are getting this? So because see that here I am using HTTP here. So I don't have to use HTTP because we are using the proxy here. So that's why we are not going to use this. So if this error is there, then you can add code. You can add codes library to the server, and you can write the app.use codes, and you can call that. And there are many other options that you can use. So actually we are not going to deal with codes here, as when we are going to deploy this, our this will be same. So here I'm not using HTTP here. So I think I haven't used HTTP anywhere also. Yeah, here we also not used. So that's why we was having this error here. So now let's click on forgot password, and we are getting localhost 3000. Actually proxy is not applied here. So let me refresh it again. So 404 not found slash API slash auth. let's go for the login /API/or/login. So this should work successfully. That is forgot password. I'm going to copy this, paste this here. That is forgot password. So now we should get this forgot password. So actually it is not able to find this one here. So I think we have to restart the server /forgot PASSWORD FORGOT. So everything is correct. So here I have to restart the server again. So let's restart this server. So see that here we are getting the same error, that is 404. So this 404 error is because of this. So see that here when I will go here, and here we have status 404. We are sending the status 404. This means that user is not present. So this means that we should handle the response also. So we should handle the response also. So here I'm going to handle the response. So that will be console log dot error dot response, and it will be error dot response dot message here. So let's save this. So actually our server is starting here. So our server started successfully here. So let's move here and click on the forgot password, and here we should get the response here also. So I think I have to reload this. So let's reload it. So here now I will add this like rs@g.com and click on forgot password, and now see that here we are getting undefined here. So actually that I know why we are getting. See that here we are getting the data in the response, and in the data we are getting user is not found. So this is very correct. So user is not found. So here will be error.response.data.message. So this will be like here. And now let's move forward and let's apply this correct email. That will be this one @gmail.com. And now we will click on forgot password, and here it should send the email. So actually we are getting the error, see that, but the email is sent successfully. So that's great. So that's great here. So just handle this. Now let's go to the Ethereal email. So now let's go back here for the messages, and see that here we are getting for the reset password. And now when I will right click here and open link in new tab. So it is reloading, and we are at reset password slash token. So see that we are at the reset password. Now let's go for the reset password. Now we will handle this reset password here. So let's move here. So here I'm going to also window.alert response.data.message here. So just save this, and now we don't need this anything here. We don't need this home.js navbar also. We need verify email because our that one will be same. So let's go to the reset password. So here in the reset password, first of all we have also to see that here we are getting this token here, and let's see what we have to pass. So first of all we have to verify the token. So we have to verify the token here. So here see that here reset password controller is there, and then here should be verify token also. See that here it is verify token controller. So here we have to pass token as a query, and this will be get request according to me. And see that here it is verify token, and it is get request, and it is under the auth API only. So let's move here, and here I'm going to create a new state that is token verified, is token verified, and then set is token verified, and by default it will be false here. By default it will be false. Now here one more thing will be there, so that is reset password, so that we don't need anything. So here we will check if token is verified. So here we have to write here. So we have to write here. So here we will check if token is verified. So if the token is verified, then we are going to see this. So I'm going to copy this whole typography here, and actually I have to copy this typography and this one. So I'm going to cut this, and here I'm going to use React fragment here, and I'm going to paste this. So if token is present here, then only we are going to show this. Otherwise I'm going to copy this. So actually we have to set its alignment here like this. So now the alignment is perfect. And if the token is not present, so if the token is not present, we will be having only typography here, and here we are going to get verifying token, please wait. So just save this. Now we will handle the handle here. First of all use effect. So use effect. So here we will first of all verify the token. So here we will first of all verify the token, and okay, so here it is use state. So we are having the error for the use state. So here let me use this. So here will be react.useState. Just save this, and here first of all we will go to the database here. So see that here we are getting verifying token, please wait. So it will not it will be remain like this until we will not verify the token from the backend, until we will not change the state. So this reset password will not be showing here, form will not be showing. So it is reloading. So here now we should have token also. No, we don't have any token, so that's great. So here we will verify the token first. So let's verify the token. So for that we will be having the Axios here. So I have to import the Axios. So import Axios from Axios. So I have imported the Axios from Axios only, and then here we are going to get request. So get request to slash API. So it will be slash API slash auth slash verify token. So it is verified token here. So see that verified token. So that's great. That's right. It is verified token. And then we are going to pass the token. And this token will be like this. We are going to pass the token. So here we are going to pass the token. So we are going to do this if token is present there. So if token is present, then we are going to do this. Otherwise, we are not going to do this. So it is just like that, token not present. So if token is there, then we are going to do this, and then response. So response will be there. We are going to console.log response, and then we are going to write set is token verified. That will be true. And if there is any error, so if there is any error, that will be the error. So if there is any error, we are going to console log this error dot response, and otherwise we will window dot alert error dot response dot message data dot message. And also if there is any error present, we are going to create state for the error, and set error. It will be react dot use state, and here will be the null. Here by default will be null. So here I'm going to create this as well as, so I'm going to create this if not token and not error. So if there is not any token or there is not any error, so if there is error here, so if there will be the error, then we are going to return this paragraph tag, with the error here. So here will be error, and here we are going to set the error to this error dot response dot data dot message. So this thing we are getting here. So just save this and let's try this. So this is very easy task. So let's wait for the compilation. So we are getting one error here. So here will be comma instead of dot. So use effect is not defined. Here will be the react dot use effect. Now it is compiled successfully here. So it is compiled successfully. Now see that. So when I will reload this, here not any error is present, so that's why we are getting like this. So here I am going to copy this all. So copying this all, and here I am going to just make some changes in the token. So like this, I am cancelling the E and I am doing like this, refreshing it, and here we are getting verified token, please wait, and here we are getting invalid token, and see that here we are getting invalid token here. And if I will write E again and I will move like this, so see that we are getting reset password. So this means that our token is verified successfully here. So now let's move forward to reset this password here. So for resetting the password, so let's first of all see what is the route. So that is the reset password and it is a post request. So when I will go to the auth controller, so this is a reset password controller. It need email, new password, and it need confirm password here. Because our token is verified here, so new password and confirm password it only need. So it will handle all the errors, so we don't have to worry about those. So we don't have to worry about those, it will automatically handle those error. So here I'm going to create handle submit and e dot prevent default, and here we are going to do the request axios dot post, and it will be slash api slash auth slash reset password, and here we are going to send the data that will be email, and here will be the new password. So new password will be the password, and then confirm password will be there. So let me clarify it again. So email, new password, and confirm new password is there. So confirm new password is there, new password, and confirm new password. So confirm new password is new password. So dot then there will be the response. So response, so we will window dot alert response dot data dot message here, and we will console also console dot log response dot data, and then if there is any error, so dot catch if there is any error. So we are going to window dot alert that error dot response dot data dot message, and we are going to console dot log our error dot response here. Just save this, and we also have to add this, copying this, and let's go here, and here we are going to add on submit. On submit there will be handle submit. So just save this and let's wait for the compilation. So email is not defined. So email is not defined here. Yeah, email is not defined here. So let's see the token. So here we have to see the token here first. So what is there in the token for the forgot password? So for the forgot password in the token there is our email is here. So we have to decode the token. So let's first of all decode this token here. So here for that I am going to import JWT decode from JWT decode, and here we are going to decode the token here. So I'm going to decode the token const email is equals to JWT decode JWT decode token here. So I'm going to decode the token, and from that I'm going to get the email here. Just save this, and now we should not get any errors. It is compiled successfully here. So see that when I'm going to reload this, so reloading this, and I'm also opening here this one, console here, and let's close this. And here I'm adding the new password. So new password will be, so previous was 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so it will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So it will be 9 now. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So this one is there, and now let's click on reset password. So see that we are getting password updated successfully. Success is true, and our password is now updated successfully here. So now let's go to the login here. So I'm going to the login here. So now let's log in the user again. So first of all, I will use the old password. So I'm using the old password now. So let me open it. That is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I'm not using 9 now. Let's click on login. So we should get invalid email and password. So this is very great. Now when I will click 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and click on login, see that we are getting you are logged in successfully. So this means that this is working perfectly, and now we have completed our application here. So we have completed our whole application here. We can easily log out the user, and now you can do anything. So there are minor changes, minor things are there, so that I'm not covering here. So changes are like how to block if the user is not logged in, how to block the route, so that you can do. So my just motive is that how to apply Munt JWT authentication, so that we have done here. Now for today this is enough. In the next video we will go for the deployment, and then our series will be completed. So if you have any queries, please comment in the comment section. I will definitely respond to that. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.